Legal battle surrounding the River State government appears to be far from over, as two state commissioners whose appointments were approved by four lawmakers loyal to Governor Siminalayi Fubara have filed a lawsuit against the River State House of Assembly. The commissioners are seeking an interlocutory injunction to prevent Speaker Martin Amaewhule and 26 lawmakers from enforcing resolutions passed on March 5, 2025, which declared their appointments null and void. They are asking the court to restrain the assembly from nullifying their appointments and to issue an order barring the legislature from interfering in their duties as members of the State Executive Council. Meanwhile, the chairman of the River State Independent Electoral Commission, retired Justice Adolphus Enebeli, and his commissioners have also challenged the Assembly's authority to summon them for questioning. The Assembly had initially issued a 48-hour ultimatum for Enebeli to appear and explain the circumstances surrounding the nullified October 5, 2024 local government elections. When he failed to do so, the deadline was extended by 72 hours. In their suit, Enebeli and his team are asking the court to restrain the Assembly from compelling their appearance, arguing that such a move would be unlawful. Justice Frank Onyiri, presiding over the case, granted leave for the claimants to serve the Assembly through substituted means and adjourned the hearing to April 17, 2025. The Supreme Court, in a recent judgment, declared that Martin Amaewhule and 26 other lawmakers alleged to have defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress remain the legitimate members of the Assembly. Chizzy, what do you make of this story?
You see, each time people come by way of these, their write-ups, what the Supreme Court say, I don't know what they mean. They should go and look at what the Supreme Court said in the summary about Martin Amaewhule and others. They said Martin Amaewhule, the 26th, and order said all elected members of River State Assembly. But each time they tell you, they pause on this. Do you see why the governor said, I need to see the Supreme Court judgment? Because assuming they go there now and you see Okojumbo and others there, they will say, no, they are not members and all that stuff. But that's a story for another day. For them to go to court, you know, even in house rent, you must give, it's a question of must give 7 days notice. I think that's the least notice you can give to anybody on this planet Earth to appear or to do anything. You must give the least 7 days notice.
The law says you must give 7 days
I said 7 days notice is the least notice you can give.
No,
Yes, it's a matter of fact. If you can give, I'm coming.
Is it the law?
Yes, the law is that you give 7 days notice. Okay, just
in what situation?
In any situation, the least notice you can give to anybody must be 7 days. The least.
The law of the Federal Republic.
Yes, the least you can give. Now, the what is it called? The commission itself, the RISEC was given 48 hours ultimatum to appear. Not even that they have been invited before the ultimatum. You know what ultimatum means? Ultimatum means in default to this, we are now saying you must come. Now, there was no earlier notice. The only thing the RISEC members saw was ultimatum. My dear, there is truly a breach of trust in that regard. What are you going to do when an ultimatum was sent to you even without invitation? So I think them going to court is the best way to sort it out. And also don't rule out the fact that I said the reconciliation move by the governor is the best thing any normal person could do at this instance. The working relationship should be in a manner that everything will be tabled before you to see that truly we are working in harmony. So the governor's position is the best anybody can arrive at now. It is not whether you're a lawmaker, you're a commissioner, you are this, you are that. Where there is no good working relationship, it becomes so much an issue. This is River State, for Christ's sake. Presenting budget where there is no good working relationship, is it the best? Even though the governor presents the budget and it's being withheld there, does it make any meaning out of it? So the governor's approach will even settle all these things. If assuming the assembly, by way of making peace, go to the governor, and if you read the last paragraph of what the governor said, it was said that and other matters that will come forth. If the governor, by way of the governor I mean, if the assembly by way of making peace, I said, the governor, this thing, you look at what we are passing through. We just invited these people, they have refused to come, and instead they've gone to court. And they are at your mercy. Take decision on this matter. You think it will not yield positive effect?
All right.
It will.
Okay.
So what are we talking about?
All right. Very well. While you were speaking, I had to quickly check if 7 days notice, like you said, is constitutional. It is, if it is actually constitutional. And 7 days notice is not constitutional. It is not explicitly stated in Nigerian constitution, but it is a requirement under Nigerian tenancy laws, meaning the landlord must provide a 7 days ownership intention to recover possession notice to a tenant before taking legal action to evict them.
Yes.
So 7 days notice.
No, I said, if you understand me, I said here, if in tenancy law that you can give 7 days notice.
You said letter said
that I said it's constitutional that in tenancy law, which is the most common notice, that you give 7 days, which is the law. Then inviting an agency. In other matters,
it is not a law.
No, it is not a law.
Good.
It is not a law. But I'm coming. It is not a law, but it has always been referred to that you give reasonable notice.
Right.
And reasonable notice should not be less than 7 days.
One would say that reasonable notice
should not be less than 7 days.
Reasonable notice in this instance is subjective.
If subjective, but
what you consider reasonable, another may consider unreasonable.
No, however,
right.
however, without notice, you gave ultimatum. Is that also the law?
All right. We will still come to that. But for want of time, Akumefule, you may have your say as we round up.
Thank you for trying to correct my friend Chizu.
There was no correction.
Yes, because at the point you said 7 days is the least and all that. But thank God for our dear friend and sister who tried to correct you on that impression. Having said that, the governor, like I said before, should do everything to be sincere in this matter. Because if he is sincere, those illegally appointed commissioners, whether commissioners in this cabinet or commissioners in this, can never run to the court when they know they are in defiance of the law. They are in disobedience of the decisions of the court, and again in defiance of the law. The assembly has one of the responsibilities amongst all other responsibilities that have been saddled with them in law to screen and confirm commissioners, including the commissioners in research. So if these guys were not screened and confirmed by the assembly led by Martin Samewule, and were brought in by two friends led by Okojombo, and the court have affirmed Martins as authentic assembly, it therefore means they never existed ab initio. And so if they had not existed ab initio, I had thought that if the governor was doing what was right and was ready to obey the decision of the Supreme Court to the letter, what he should have done was to announce the dissolution of these illegal commissioners who will still come to tell us how much they have expended from our money illegally. And then again, when you come to RISEC, thank God, two last week resigned. One has resigned this morning. 3 of the commissioners of RISEC has resigned their appointment, citing the decision of the Supreme Court that they cannot continue. They don't want to have problem. And now the chairman has run to court. Those things will not save them. There is no court, no judge that will tell them that what they did or they are doing is right. As far as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, is concerned, no court will tell them that, yes, people can get a judgment because you have come to court. You cannot go to court and get an illegal judgment. No, in fact, no lawyer, no judge will give that judgment. So I want to beg of them to, rather than even waiting for when they will be arrested for whatever they are doing, to please announce they are not even appointed, so no need for resign itself.
Okay,
so they should quickly just go home and go and rest. They have no place, as far as I'm concerned, in this state. So there's nothing like they are running to court. Court will not save them.
All right, Honorable Kingsley.